Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Tyler. Welcome back. Or welcome if you're new. I don't know. What are you doing? Hello? Hi. Anyways, we have a story time video. I want this video to be quick. I'm just trying to make a freaking video and get on with my day because I have to go to work. Anyways. I did just film another video like 5 seconds ago, so if I look the same, I don't know if that video is going up before this or after this, but if I look the same, I'm filming it in the same like span of 15 minutes. But anyways, story time. This all happened in one day. It was a Saturday. I got called to come into work, so I wasn't supposed to work. I actually am not even available on Saturdays, but somebody called out and I had to go in, or nobody would have been in my department, and that's awful on a Saturday because it's so busy working at a pet store. Anyways, again, this all happened in maybe 2 hours. It was all like towards the end of the day. Anyways, I work at a pet store. Yes, I'm in pet care. I work with animals. I sell animals. I feed the animals, take care of the animals, all that crap, obviously. And I work in this very big, like, busy area. Like, there's like a bunch of stores around me. There's a lot going on. So there's, especially on Saturdays, there's kids that come in, teenagers that come in, and they just do whatever they want. So this group of kids, like a large group, like 10 maybe, like a group of like 18, 19-year-olds, maybe some 16, a group of nasty teenagers is my point. They come in, they're like driving each other in a Target cart. I don't work at Target. Why do you have a Target cart in the store? But they're driving each other around. Just driving around the store, sitting in a cart. First of all, that's dangerous. Like, if you fall over, I don't know what's gonna happen. Can you sue us? I don't think we're supposed to allow you to do that, but anyways, not the point. They're just driving each other around, being little psychos, as they do, of course, obviously, but, just going crazy, like, driving everywhere. And they go to, like, the back of the store where there's, like, cat litter, and they're, like, throwing the cat litter, like, all over the place. They're shoving it all over the shelves, and they do that in almost every single aisle. Like, I see cat toys all over the floor, there's beds all over the floor, there's food just like pushed over completely because they're going through all the aisles and just like destroying things. It was great. And I'm doing my thing. I like to intensely watch people when they're doing something bad, because we can't like tell them to stop. We can, but like, am I really gonna go up to you and be like, hey, can you freaking grow up? I'm just gonna intensely stare at you while you're doing what you're doing until you get uncomfortable and then leave. That's my thing. There are 2 unattended, like, 2-year-olds walking around right now. Okay. They're still unattended. They're... okay. What is going on? Anyways, but they're driving each other around, throwing things all over the floor, and then my manager tells me, there's this group of kids. By the way, we have radios, so if you're doing something bad in the store and you see like one of us like following you around or like looking at you, and then there's like another person that like works here and is like looking at you, we're talking about you. We know what you're doing. We pay attention to what's going on. By the way, all of these stories happened in one day. It happened on that Saturday. I feel like I said that before, but I don't know. And my manager's like, those kids that we were talking about, because we were talking about them earlier, they're trying on collars. So they were over there in the dog like collar aisle trying on collars, and my manager went up there and said, you have to take those off. And one of the kids was like, what do you think I'm doing? And they were just like putting collars on and off each other. No, don't do that. Can you not? Like, I understand, do it in your own house. You're at a pet store, in public. Can you not do that? I get you're a child. What? I mean, you're like 19. Are you really a child? I'm not a child. I'm 19. Do it in your house, bro, or in your car. I have a collar in my car. sorry. But keep it in your personal spaces. Keep it in your space, homie. Anyways, blah blah blah. I end up using the bathroom because I have to pee, because I drink so much water, so much pineapple juice all the time. I have issues with like drinking too much. I mean, I guess it's not a bad thing, but anyways, I have to pee, so I go to the bathroom, and there's pee all over the toilet seat, pee all over the floor, and I'm like, I have to clean this up. I have to clean this up. So I'm cleaning pee, and then I leave, and then my manager is like, you know those kids with the Target cart? They did not leave with the Target cart, so there's somewhere a Target cart in the store, and we're trying to find it. And then my first idea, after he says this, I'm like, maybe you should check the men's bathroom, because I went in the women's bathroom, even though I'm not a woman. I don't identify as a woman, but we don't have like just bathrooms for people. Anyways, I went in the women's bathroom, and there was pee all over the seat, and it was a mess. So maybe check there. And then what do you know, my manager goes in, there's pee everywhere, on the floor, on the seat, and the Target cart is in the bathroom. These are single bathrooms. They're not like a stall, like a big public bathroom. It's like a one-person bathroom, and there's just a freaking huge Target cart in this bathroom. Why? What? Okay, anyways, this happened. We're now moving on to a different part of the day. I walk out of like the back room where like the fish filters and stuff are, and there's this mom holding her kid up to like the fish tanks. She's like holding her kid up, maybe like a 3-4-year-old, and she's banging, like intensely banging on the fish tank, like the fucking glass. And I'm like, do y'all need help with anything? And the mom's just like, no, we're good. And I'm like, I stopped for a second, like waiting for her to put the kid down, because she's still banging on it. I'm like, can you please not bang on the fish, please? Like, what? And then they go away. Like what? Oh, hi. That's gonna be awkward. Ew. I'm filming, and there's like a bunch of elementary schoolers or something, middle schoolers. Why they didn't even drop kids off. Why'd they even go this way? Okay, I don't know. But anyways, that's really weird. So I go and close birds, and there's like this bird cage. You like walk in, you close the door, and you can see like all the birds inside. And I hear this horrible banging, like bang, 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 bang. And then I turn, and I can see like through the glass, and there's this child banging, maybe like 5 years old. This is a different child, banging on the glass. And I see like the parent behind her, like, yeah. And I literally run out the door, and I go like around, and I'm like, can you please not bang on the bird cage? It scares the birds. And the mom is like, oh yeah, I'll make sure she doesn't do it again. You just watched your kid scare the shit out of like all of our birds. And you were laughing. You were smiling. Are you a psychopath? Like, what? I'm very confused. Anyways, that happened. And then we had this guy come in. He had like this little bowl, like a 1 gallon, I think it's probably like a half a gallon bowl. He was like, can I get some goldfish? Now listen, if you don't know anything about goldfish or fish in general, that's probably not going to sound like a big deal to you. But if you understand, it was a $30 goldfish. Like, you're spending more on the fish than the tank, which does not make sense. Think with your head, please. And then we had this family come in. I think this is like the last story. They wanted a chameleon. They've never had a reptile before. Again, if you don't know anything about reptiles or chameleons, this is not going to sound bad. But anyways, chameleons are like the hardest like reptile that we sell, personally. We don't sell very difficult animals, but the chameleon, very hard. That's not like a first reptile thing but they're getting it for their kid. And they have like this 20-gallon tall vertical tank, which they get too big for. And they did not even know like what misting was. They were like, oh, I have a dripper. And they didn't even know what a dripper was, but they were like, oh, I have a dripper. And I'm like, that's not a mister though. If you don't know, chameleons, they have to be misted multiple times a day or they will die. And I'm not being dramatic, they will die. Like, it's very important. And they were gonna get a chameleon and not even know like what misting was. And apparently they went to a store, they went to a pet store before a different one, because I hope our store is better than the other ones. But apparently they got all the knowledge that they needed, but they didn't even know like what misting was, and they didn't even know what it ate. So, and then I was talking to them, I was like, why do you want a chameleon? And they were like, oh, it's for my kid. And I'm like, what? Chameleons are not, and the kid was like 5 or 6. Chameleons are not good pets for kids, okay? They're not. They're not beginner pets, they're not pets for kids. So I was like, well, what about like other lizards? And then I kind of got them looking into like leopard geckos, but then they came back after like 10 minutes of thinking and they were like, actually, no, we're gonna get the chameleon. So I bet that chameleon's dead. I wish I was like being dramatic, but I don't think it's alive right now. They had like a 3-hour drive back home, and I was like, that's very stressful for the chameleon to go through, like a 3-hour drive. But I don't think he's alive. I really don't. But that was the end of my video. Welcome. Thank you for listening to my vent of pet store working times. I will see y'all next week. Maybe with a story time, maybe with something else, maybe with nothing. I don't know. But I'll see you when I see you. Goodbye.